What is going on? Tokyo, Madrid, Europe, San Diego. People at Hungry Howie's on 5th. I have came back to YouTube to do another dope show. I am your host, Dope, your idiot leader. This is Dope Comics, and today we're going to do something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I ain't got around to doing it yet. We're going to look at some weird war tales. Weird War Tales is one of my favorite DC horror comics. They had some of the best covers. They had everything going on. So if you're ready to get on that magic comic ride, hang on, Daddy, because we in first gear right now, but we fixed to hit 6th. So I don't know if that's a strip of transmission because we're going first to 6th. We ain't hitting 2, 3, 4, and 5. But anyway, let's look at some Weird War Tales. Weird War Tales, like I said, is one of my favorite. And, always got the dope covers. Here's this giant helmet head monster, and he's going to take out all of these dudes down here. They're probably Germans, because Germans are always on the cover of Weird War Tales. I think that that's the number one. Whoever drew all these back in the day, they love to put Germans on covers, because I don't think anybody what minds watching them getting a little squished. You know what I mean? Like this guy here, he's getting squished. He's probably like doo-dooing and throwing up at the same time. This guy don't even recognize that he's shooting the wrong way. This guy don't see him coming. But here comes this big monster. And that is Weird War Tales number 8. Weird War Tale. It's a tongue twister, baby. Anyway, here is number 9. This is None Shall Pass the Frozen Army of Death. But they're frozen. I don't think they can do much. They're barbarians. They've been there for a long time. What are they going to do? They're frozen. So, I would just go ahead and pass. But maybe they're like them White Walkers on old Jon Snow. Maybe they come to life. I don't know. I haven't read this yet, I have to admit. And I do love this cover. This is Weird War Tales, number 13. Another German. And he's getting attacked by the giant Batmen. I guess these are more called like man bats. They're kind of vampires, but they're man bats. More bat than man, I'd say. So, pretty cool cover. Digging that one a lot, and I dig this one a lot too. This is number 17. This one here, we got this giant skeleton in his army gear just crushing planes like they're turnip greens or pinto beans or green beans. He just crushing planes, man. Chomp, chomp. Crush them up. And I don't know why you'd crush a bean or what even kind of sense that makes, unless you're making refried beans. But I don't think you make refried beans out of green beans, but... All right, we're getting on some crazy topics, like you see, like how to make refried beans or green beans. But anyway, 24. This is Red Death. Ain't nothing like when you open up a tavern out in the mountains somewhere thinking you found gold, but all you found is Red Death. Red Death says, come see me, baby. Got something for you. Probably ain't good. Here's number 26. And I don't know why, but I'm always attracted to this skeleton's kneecap. Why don't he just sweep the leg, Johnny? Take him out. Kick this kneecap right here. Tear his ACL if he has one. I don't think he's got one. But that's the only way you're going to keep from getting poked in the dick. Don't get poked in the dick. Kick him in the kneecap, Johnny. All right, now we got Weird War Tales 27. And we got this big Nazi submarine coming out of the ground, and these Americans can't believe what they're seeing. How in the hell is a skeleton driving the submarine? I think these two are doomed because they're in a little bitty boat. So, I would think the Navy would give them more than this little boat, but I guess not. Then we got Play Enter Sandman. This is where the Enter Sandman music kicks on. We got number 27. We got these sand people coming alive. They're coming out of the sand. This old army here wearing these old hats. This is like a nightmare from Desert Storm. You got these Arabian horses coming out of the ground. And it ain't looking good for these guys. I don't know how you beat the Arabian ghost horses. It's almost impossible. Let me look that up in my Dungeons and Dragons monster book to see if there's any kind of thing I can roll, but I don't think you can even beat those. But here we go with number 31. This dog needs some food. He's malnourished. We got an army soldier hiding under here. And we got some bone soldiers coming. Bone daddies. They got their machine gun and they got their soldier dogs. The old skeleton dogs of death. Skeleton dogs of death sounds like a great name for a metal band. I love skeleton dogs of death. If they ever come to my city, I'll be there. And here's number 32 of Weird War Tales. And something else cool. Well, let me just show you this cover first. This dude is breathing fire, taking out everybody, crushing planes like they ain't, crushing planes like grapes. He ain't playing. He's here for business, and he's breaking necks and cashing checks, and that's what he does. That's what all flame monsters do. Here's Weird War Tales number 33. And did you ever think you'd see pink on the cover of a cool book? But it's pink, and it's really working for the horror book. So I like that. I love the way they used the colors on these. They always had the greatest art. So that is cool. This is probably one of the nicest books I ever found. I found this thing right here. Weird War Tales number 38. I found this at the Deep comic book store. It's called The Deep in Huntsville, Alabama. This thing is like a minty fresh 9.7, if there was such thing. Maybe a 9.8, but it's definitely a 9.6. So look at that spine, baby. Look at that black border. This thing's beautiful. I don't think it was ever looked at. Never took out of the bag once it was put in the bag. But this is a very beautiful copy. How can you beat this? It's like barbarian zombies. And this is, says right here, Joe Kubert. So, get you some of that Joe Kubert right there. He does most of these. That's a great one. And this one here, I like it a lot too. We got a game. Let's play chess. Chess. Let's play chess. So this is Weird War Tales number 43. Let's play chess. All right. Here's Weird War Tales number 45. Joe Kubert special. Don't go in the skeleton cave. That's the first thing they teach you when you're in the army. Never go in a skeleton cave. You send a guy to the door and he shoots a flamethrower in there. And then, if you hear screams of the skeleton warriors, there's skeletons in there. But you never enter a skeleton cave, brother. You just don't do that. Man, that's Army 101. Now we got Weird War Tales looking like a Ratchet concert. Guy got a mohawk. Look at that. And this one says, the right to die. I'll eat you in my mouth. That's the only way I know you're going to eat anybody is with your mouth. I'll eat you with my mouth. I don't know what that even means, but that's what I see. I see visions when I see these things. I see visions. They talk to me. Does covers talk to you? Joe Kubert talks to me. That's what he was wanting me to see is, I eat you with my mouth. I eat you with my mouth. Getting a little fired up, gonna wake up my wife. Her coffee ain't ready. She's gonna put a knot on my head. Ajax won't take off. She's gonna beat my head till the white meat comes out. Anyway, here is Weird War Tales number 51. The secret weapon is not a secret no more. He has a freaking demonic horse bat. That thing is rocking like docking when the boots are knocking. Watch out, everybody. It's demonic horse bats. And it's the secret weapon. And they only find them in Joe Kubert's mind. Joe Kubert was on some kind of mushrooms, or Joe Kubert should have drew Dungeons and Dragons monster books. This is twice we talked about Dungeons and Dragons on this show today, and I've never talked about Dungeons and Dragons before. But I just watched that Dungeons and Dragons. It's on it's on Amazon Prime. It's called The Eye of the Beholder. It's about the artist that drew for Dungeons and Dragons, and it's a good show. If you ain't seen Dungeons and Dragons and the The Eye of the Beholder about the artist, check it out, brother. It's some good stuff. Amazon Prime, Dungeons and Dragons, good artwork. And here is the Soldier of Satan. And when he shoots you in the head with his laser eyes, for some reason you feel it in your elbow down here. So I don't know what's going on. He's like, my arm! Even though he's getting shot in the head. So this is Soldier of Satan. And she's a beauty. She's a looker. Well, pow! I think I just take her and run away. Maybe the soldier is saying is too beautiful. She can't even look at him. But something else I like about these books is if you look up here, every one of them's got like little people, dead people, in the weird part. And they're little soldiers. It's the coolest dress, probably, of any book that came out. It's just a bunch of little soldiers and dead skeletons and stuff. And they're always in the weird part. It's cool just to get you a Pabst Blue Ribbon and stare at that for a long time. Anyway, here's a book that would never be made in today's time. This cover is quite, I don't know, it's controversial and probably wouldn't be accepted today, especially with the Jewish community talking about death camps and stuff. But this is number 72. It's newer than the other ones. But this is, will anyone emerge alive from the death camp? And we got this Nazi just shooting this Jewish dude in the back. Kind of crazy, kind of crazy. And this is a 40-sitter. So to me, this is modern. But I don't think they'd have made this cover in today's time. And if you want to find this one, this is number 72 of Weird War Tales. eBay it, baby. There it is. Weird War Tales, number 72 from February. And it's also got this, you can see back here, it's like a ghost in the clouds with some giant claws. It might be Hitler talking to him in his head. I don't know. But it's a war camp cover. So it's out there, man. Then the last one for today, Weird War Tales 75. We got a Nazi ugly tank that didn't draw too well. This can't, yeah, it is Joe Kubert. He was off on his game this day because it looks like a robot tank. But this is a better tank. Look at this tank. Got 3 skeletons driving it. I take it they're Americans. They're fixing to blow up this Nazi that's scared with a space helmet on. I don't know what's going on here. But this is a nice cover too. Skeletons. It'd be cool if you read this and found out this was the Three Stooges after they died. And they're all smacking each other in the face and poking each other where their eyes used to be and giving each other karate chops. It'd be a little comedy in my comic, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to act like this is the Three Stooges. This is the first appearance of the Three Stooges in comics after they're dead. In a horror book by DC. So, if you ain't got the first appearance of the Three Stooges in a horror book after they're dead by DC, this is the first appearance. So, check it out, everybody. It's been a long video today. This is a 13-minute video. You know what they say about 13? It's unlucky. But everybody's lucky when you're watching the Dope Show from Malaysia to Minnesota to the banks of escargot. I think escargot is actually a food. It ain't even a community or a country or a town. But they're watching it in escargot right now. They're watching it at the laundromat on 5th right now. They're watching it at Pistol Pete's Pawnshop right now. They're watching it at Howie Huey's and Hungry Huey's and Hungry Howie's right now too. And if you ain't watching it, you out of luck. Get on the bandwagon. It's the most brilliant show of all space and time on YouTube. Tired of telling you. Get you some. Subscribe today. Like today. Leave a comment today. And I will see you again underneath the blackened sky.